Hi, my wise astrology tribe. Welcome back to my renewed channel, which is Lunar Grace. I am your co-pilot, Christina. All right, today I made a decision. I don't want to do any kind of negative statement or analyzing any kind of war situation. Today, I want to talk about two of my favorite planets, which is Jupiter and Venus. In my natal chart, I was lucky enough to actually, in my Vedic, I have in my fifth house Jupiter and Venus in Pisces. Venus exalted over there, Pisces is in rulership, conjuncting. So it really giving me a lot of muse, and that's why I love to write, and that's why I love art and gardening and anything Venetian. And today I want to share, for example, for each individual signs, like some kind of amazing messages. All right, first of all, I also have to tell you, last year on my birthday, I'm having my birthday really soon in a few days. I get that badass card, on my 50th. And actually, I going to, it a little bit, like, um, uh, I mean, describing things on a naughty way, like, but I just want to every day pull a card for you and, like, read it for you. All right, so how badass we are today. Every day I wake up ready to kick ass and conquer whatever comes my way. All right, this is great. The second thing, what I want to also tell you, I have my Buddhist little determination book and courage book right in front of me, and I just gonna open up over here, and then I going to read something from this book for you as well, which is running away from things you find unpleasant is what causes suffering. But if you face and challenge such situation, they will enrich your life. So obviously it says, like we have to face every single challenges in our life, and don't put your head in the sand, because then you're going to really be surprised and suffer. And the other one is the courage book over here, if you can see that. All right. And that is, let's see. Okay. To live a victorious life requires the courage to speak out for justice and the will to show others the way to true freedom. All right, guys, let's keep that in mind. Actually, conquer the world, kick some asses, and also, to live a victorious life and have the courage to speak up for justice. That's what I do. The other thing I want to ask you guys, do you want me to keep continuing geopolitical situation? Because it seems like on YouTube, it's not gonna go very well. I'm not gonna have subscribers. YouTube is really censoring me. Then if you want to, I'm gonna move to Rumble, because Rumble doesn't have censorship and I can say, which is, like true to my soul. The other hand is also, if you're new to my channel, you have to know I'm obsessed with astrology. I'm obsessed with research history and historical parallel. I really like financial astrology as well, and analyzing the market and investigation astrology or forensic astrology. I love, and I always check on fixed stars and asteroids as well. So today we're going to talk about two of my and two of the most beautiful planet, actually, as I said, that is Jupiter and Venus, and both of them is in exaltation. I have to tell you guys, I started this video like 4 times. And like 4 days ago, I had an interview with Lada, which we had to absolutely re-record it on my own because her computer broke down. And finally, I realized, oh my, of course, the eclipse was squaring with Uranus, technological issues, blackouts, and Pisces is going in retrograde on the 26th in water sign. And, I'm a Pisces, and obviously it's affecting me a lot. And also what I wanted to say, like it's already in shadow right now, and it's really close to being retrograded. So What I have to mention Jupiter is going, it's in retrograde right now, but in exaltation, and it's on the fixed star of Sirius, which is the kingship and guardianship. It is the dog star, it is material, authority, and also success, huge success as well. It is almost like, like a second sun in our chart, something to do with, morality and also personal gain. And, like it amplifies Jupiter over here because it gives a lot of, empowering energy. The dog star here, so it's success and obviously, Jupiter being here in Cancer also very compassionate and very nurturing. But as I said, it's kingship as well. And Venus is also exalted in Pisces and the trining. So the trine itself is Jupiterian in flavor. So it's triple or five times blessing coming on our way on a day which is 222, which is archangel number as well. So that is a lot of blessing finally, right? And actually, if you heard about that in 15 degrees Pisces, we have a fixed star, which is Achernar. And that is very Jupiterian. Ptolemy said it is very Jupiterian in flavor, and it's symbolizing the river itself. And also, it's linked to some kind of, like very, very good principles, like spiritual principles, but also it is luck and success and for example, financial abundance as well. So because of its Jupiterian in flavor, but it is in Pisces, so it is going to bring in opportunity with healing. So I do love these two fixed star over here because both of them going to bring in amazing opportunity to succeed for us. And then we're going to talk a little bit about the archetype of Cancer and Pisces also. And then we're going to talk about the Jupiterian and Venusian energy. What does it represent in our chart? Okay. And also we're going to talk about, like what does it also mean when it has a trine between them for the market. And I'm going to talk about each individual sign for you as well. So, if you want to know Pisces, actually, the energy of the Pisces, Pisces is the mystic, but Pisces also the martyr as well, and Pisces is the Christ archetype, the oceanic gods or goddess as well. Pisces ruled by Neptune and Jupiter, and its ruler, its old avatar, which is Jupiter, it's in exaltation. So right now, Piscean and Cancerian people really, or any water sign feels very well because it's creating a grand trine with them, right? But Pisces also dissolution. It's compassion and sacrifice. Pisces usually sacrifice themselves and they escape. So it's also represent escapism and illusion. Piscean people are the most empathic people. They could have a lot of suffering because they feel, everyone around, and also it representing addiction as well. But Pisces, because it rules also by Neptune, ruled also by Neptune, which is the new avatar, the modern avatar. Pisces often doesn't have boundaries and lost his boundaries. But Pisces also representing forgiveness, for example, filmography, photography, anything to do with art and martyrdom, your faith, okay? And also it's the collective consciousness and also the collective womb as well. Um, and Pisces is the end of the zodiac cycle, so it's also representing surrender to the universe. When you need to actually move to or transit your life. and get back to God. And then we do have Cancer, what we also have to talk about. And Cancer is the protector, it's the mother, guys, okay? The great mother, the lunar deities. And Cancer also representing your childhood memory, your home, your living situation, your ancestry, anything to do with your emotional security, protection and nourishment, and your family roots, your belongings, your attachment. And Cancer is also very, very vulnerable because it's ruled by the moon. It's ruling your moods, your subconscious, your tears, your fears, your intuition as well. Just like Pisces, Pisces also very intuitive, but it is your maternal instinct. And even if you are not a mother, right, or paternal instinct, you still have that maternal instinct toward to your pet or to anyone who you love. And Cancer also nostalgia as well, and your safety. It could be also financial safety as well, and also it's your emotional intelligence, how loyal to your tribe. It's showing how loyal to your tribe as well. And it is defend and land as well. So that's what we have to know about Cancer. And the fourth house is also ending and funerals. I just wanted to let you know about that as well, because, it is the ending of matter, how something going to turn out, for example, when we have to say, um, on the fourth house itself, actually, it's representing agriculture and homeland security, anything to do with real estate or anything to do with your family dynamic, right? And in health wise, actually, it is representing your chest, your stomach, your even ulcers, emotional eating over here, water retention, anything to do with the gut and brain axis, and also anything to do with female hormones as well. And if you are having an amazing fourth house, like I have Jupiter Sun over there in tropical astrology, Western astrology, so that is actually good to invest in real estate, or you might going to have multiple inheritances, or home investment could be very good for you. So that's what fourth house represents actually. It representing farming as well and food industry as well, obviously, and generational wealth, like what you are getting from your grandparents, maybe a business as well, domestic savings as well. And the 12th house itself, the 12th house is really hidden. The 12th house is actually, as I said, isolation and ending, surrender, what I was talking about. But in mundane perspective, we are talking about prisons, hospitals, mental institution, anything to do with secret societies and hidden surveillances, asylum seekers, for example, underground labs as well, spiritual institution, retreat center. That is your dreams, that is your solitude over here. We were talking about that, your spiritual gifts, your dream, your bedroom. Health-wise, it is your feet and your lymphatic system, anything to do with your immune disorder and mental illness, for example, depression or sleep disorders as well, substance abuse as well, and also autoimmune hidden diseases. For example, a lot of people, I can say if they have Lyme disease or Epstein-Barr, it's always reflected in the 12th house or the 12th house rulers as well. Yes, and then we're going further, and then we're going to talk about Venus. And we already talked, Venus is actually exalted in Pisces, it's in fall in Virgo, and it is in rulership in Libra and Taurus, right? So rules the seventh house of relationship and the second house of Taurus, which is like anything to do with your income, your morals, your values, the way you eat, for example. But Venus itself, is love, and also harmony and value and peace. But Venus also currency in financial astrology, anything to do with luxurious market, banking, design and fashion as well, the fashion market as well, beauty, and aesthetics as well. But it also rules your kidneys, your skin, obviously with Saturn, but your kidney skin, also blood sugar. And, it could be also hormones as well, but usually that's sugar related, insulin hormones. And your ovaries and beauty related treatments. On the market, it is copper and sugar. And it could be fashion stocks as well, cosmetic brands like Estee Lauder or L'Oreal or things like that. And fashion stock is like Prada, things like that. So think about luxurious items. It's representing the wedding industry as well, or luxurious ETFs and commodities. All right. And then Jupiter also. Jupiter is the fairy godfather. It's the Santa Claus energy over here. Jupiter is expansion, it's beliefs, it's wealth. And on personal level and psychological level, it is the Jupiterian people are very optimistic. So, for example, me being a Pisces, Jupiter being in rulership and conjunct with Venus, but also my sun is over there. But I'm a Sagittarius rising and I'm ruled by Jupiter. So tend to be very, very optimistic. I bounce back quickly, usually from depression or depression. I wouldn't say I have depression ever, but, just from, melancholy or disappointments. Um, but yes, it is anything to do with generosity, as I said, and morality. It is also ruling the ninth house and the 12th house of Sagittarius, and nighttime Pisces and daytime Sagittarius. In Sagittarius, it's anything to do with your belief system and faith and religion, right? And higher learning. That is your education, your master degrees, your college and university degrees. In Pisces, actually, it's nighttime, so it's not that strong over there. But anyway, it's still, like the ruler of Pisces, the old avatar of Pisces. So it's bring luck, and sometimes it brings overconfidence, and that's why we have to be, and indulgence, Jupiterian people can have issues with fat metabolism and obesity and overindulgence, for example, even high cholesterol, guys, because of, it could be an issue with Jupiter. Or something to do with liver and hips, fatty liver, for example, and hip issues as well. And in mundane world, actually, it's, as I said, universities and court system, because Jupiter is justice as well. And yes, it brings in justice, it's law and order. But in the ninth house, it rules immigration and global market and publishing as well. So, and in finances, anything to do actually with spiritual readers, professors, for example, attorneys. Jupiter is attorneys as well, lawyers, right? Law firms, international businesses, publishing, marketing, global branding, right? And then on the market, it is oats, it is publishing stock, travel industry, airline and hotel stocks as well. Anything to do with university endowments and legal firms, global banking as well, international IPOs, and when Jupiter is in a good trine with Venus, or even with Uranus or Saturn, for example, it's coming up end of August, Saturn Jupiter trine in fire sign. It is very good for the market because it's bullish market. So that's why I told you guys, Neptune and Saturn today, when I'm recording it on the 20th, they conjunct. So there is a market manipulation today. However, by end of August, those are all coming back. Okay. So that's what you have to know. But, Jupiter transit could be also market bubbles as well. So Jupiter obviously exalted in Cancer, it could do something with real estate, perhaps, or or homeland security, like, for example, in America, we have ICE all over right now. Obviously, it could be like they hire a lot of people, they put a lot of money in this kind of government, military kind of, homeland security, because of Jupiter is exalted right now. All right. And then we're going to talk about the trine. The trine, as I said, guys, it is something to do with very, very good outcome. It is Jupiterian in flavor. It is a blessing. So what are we going to see in the world? We're going to have some kind of good laws for first home buyers, or someone, as I said, like single mothers, or it could be in the news like people who got wrongfully jailed, because 12th house is jailed, could be set free, and they get justice. Jupiter is justice. Also, there is a lot of surveillance coming out, and because Jupiter trine Venus, it's almost like a miracle healing energy. Then they're going to go to court, or they're going to be imprisoned, and the public, because of Cancer ruled by Moon, and the Moon is the public sentiment. It's our feeling. It's our, if the general Joes, the regular Joes like us, and then it is like, okay, we finally going to be pleased because there is some kind of amazing news, maybe about the Epstein file. Maybe people are gonna go to jail, and we see some kind of karmic justice over here, where we will feel peaceful and good about that. It could be also like there could be like, okay, mental illnesses, or they're going to find, some kind of healing for cancer, or they're going to find, like war, peace and war report, right? So that it's going to be a lot of peace talk. For example, even Saturn Neptune is very, very bad right now, and it's like as I said, it's escalating the war, and I told you guys before what's happening with the Uranus and the eclipse square. But right now, anyway, we will hear at least one very good news about some kind of peace on the world. Okay, somewhere peace is happening. And it could be also good for the financial market, as I said, for sugar, cane, or luxurious brand, or copper. Copper. Oh, by the way, yes, my friend, she is actually a client friend. She is going to release her coin. As I told you guys, she's the first American billionaire lady, and this is going to be the Liberty coin, and it's the copper from the Lady of Liberty. When they restored it, they kept the bronze, and she creates actually 4 million coins. All of them gonna be $250 for the 250th birthday. And because I erected the chart for when she has to actually come out with the coin, it's gonna be on 222, because we have this beautiful trine, and it's going to be amazing. So maybe you want to look into that. I'm not saying you have to, but you might be lucky if you do so. But yes, something to do with, for example, with the oat market and international equities. I say international equities because I always tell you guys not to put your money in one basket. So when I'm talking about finances, and some people are attacking me like, why do I talk about China? Because I'm talking about global investment, and not just America. And if the person doesn't like it, can go on can go on another channel. So not everything is about America, but I do love America. I love to live here. I love Florida. I mean, I just feel like it's my soul. However, not everything is about America, and I have a lot of subscribers, and my tribe is from all over the world. It's international. So that's why I'm gonna talk about each individual countries. It's not only the USA. And also I've been corrected, America, obviously. Yes, I do know America is a continent and there is South and North America. You don't have to correct me, but usually, people tend to say it's America, but I'm not gonna talk about the US all the time, guys. I'm just saying. So yes, it is actually international equities, and it could be, like even publishing stock could go really up. They can actually come out with a luxurious airplane, or they can uh, renovate the airplanes, for example, and it's not going to be so, tiny seats and very uncomfortable. Right now, they're coming out for the regular Joes also for very, very soft and good sitting with bigger leg seat or whatever. But that's what I feel like we're going to have in the news right now. And it's not going to be a short period, guys, because June 9th, Jupiter and Venus going to conjunct again. Last year it did in July 7th. Right now it's going to be June 9th in Cancer, where Jupiter still exalted, and it's going to be already in uh, direct already. So both of them gonna be direct. It's very strong conjunction. So this is what I'm talking about going to affect us actually like until June and maybe even 6 weeks over June 9th. So it could be very, very positive, for publishing industries. They're going to come out, for example, because we know the Oscar is coming up. It's always around my birthday and end of February, beginning of March. Obviously, this Jupiter Venus, they're going to nominate a lot of movies, which is documentaries about compassion, about, families who survived wars, for example. And it could be also documentaries of, the ocean, um, something to do with the ocean. Yes, so that could be that as well. But the other thing is what could happen here. It could also be like maybe we will see the sugar stock gonna go up like, and some fashion stock going to go up like crazy, or a new fashion style is coming in, and it could be more down to earth. So, for example, pineapple leather and then they just going to have the what is that the peel of the pineapple, and they create couch leather from it, so they're not going to use, for example, animal leather, right? uh, because it's more human. Venus and Jupiter, when it's trine, it's humanitarian. It consider everyone. It has so much love and so much compassionate. For example, new genre could come up with script writing. It could be new music, and we're going to go back a little bit to Renaissance, because this is also, like not abstract, not heavy metal. It is not rap music. And I do like rap music. Actually, I do love Eminem and I love Snoop Dogg, so I have to admit that. But I'm more like a reggae music. I just love the Marley Brothers like crazy, and Revolution also one of my favorite bands, Kabaka Pyramid. But something to do with more like Renaissance people who are singing about peace and compassion, and who can we stand against the evil. And we have to keep talking. We have to keep seeking justice. It's our duty to do. That's why we were born to earth right now, even if it's very, very heavy, but we must. It also could bring in not just peace agreements, as I said, but also something to do with marriage laws, for example, something around marriages. Um, like expecting maybe gay marriages in countries where it wasn't, or like not paying tax people who has 4 children or big families, something like that. Um, but art and entertainment industry could be like booming right now, right? And also what else? Because Jupiter in Cancer also fertility policies. Maybe we're going to have a lot of women who gonna become fertile right now during these 5 months, or pregnant. even people who couldn't get pregnant or who lost a lot of pregnancies right now, it could be, some good news, or maybe some kind of new hormonal treatment for women, something to do with ovarian cancer, right? And healing it. So this is all all beautiful. It's like miraculous healing for us. So absolutely love this energy. Like for example, Sunday we are already planning to go to do ceramic and the Japanese garden and to do a brunch, but and to the ocean as well. But do something that is actually lifting up your spirit and nurturing your soul, guys. Because of I'm telling you, sometimes I never depressed, but some sad for the world, like, oh, I really need to do something, artsy to actually overcome these difficulties and to be able actually to bring videos for you and uplift your spirit. But definitely, this is a very, very good energy, guys. So I like that. And you know what? I'm going to start to talk about each individual, sign over here. And um, yeah, something with popism also. I think a good news could come in, for example, with Christianity or popism, because of Pisces is Christ-like, right? Something to maybe they're going to find two more books from the Bible, or the Quran or the Torah, whatever it is. The free books is there, but not everything is out what was there before. So I could think like they find something amazing what they're going to share with us. Yes, so that could be amazing for us, or something to do with healing the ocean. Maybe they're going to find a species in the ocean, and this they thought it's actually extinct, but it's coming back, an ocean animal, or it could be a new species because we never went to very deep into the ocean, never been able to, and they are coming somehow because maybe they are bothered because there's gonna be a lot of volcanic activity underwater, and they're coming up. So that, or you will see a lot of countries to keep their what is that? Very patriotic. They're going to be very patriotic, but dressing up in their tradition. So, for example, even Uranus squared with the eclipse, right, which is also Uranus ruled eclipse on the 17th. But still, if people gonna go to rebel and being on the street to protest, they might actually have their traditional clothes on. For example, in Hungary, very traditional clothes to represent their country, their heart, or in Mexico or whatever. So something with traditions, homeland security, which is positive, something with positive, migration and homeland security, more human, more compassionate. Okay, so that could happen, and it is very, very optimistic. Because we're going to have more faith, and we're also going to feel like we are wise right now, and we want to be generous as well. So I want to help my neighbor. I want to help the. You will feel like you want to help. If you go to shopping somewhere and then old person cannot reach the cereal box up there, you're gonna run there right away and just help. So this is absolutely an amazing, beautiful energy. We're going to have, for example, Nobel Prize announced, like someone who is compassionate, someone who is, something to do with uh, people who are very compassionate, also might be martyrs, but get some kind of award, presidential award, and it's gonna be all over in news. So this could be really good. And also, Jupiter is court system as well. And I told you guys, in America, we're going to have a lot of DOG, like people actually resign from justice system. But however, with this trine, it could be like maybe new justice system is rising, who gonna become passionate, who going to be, like very family oriented, human oriented as well. So or a university could have a new leader. Jupiter is leader anyway, and it could be a leader, or maybe one university, Princeton, or Harvard, or things like that, going to announce like, what, you can have a full ride scholarship for people, or we're going to accept 20 full ride scholarship a year, something like that. So, so this is new. This is very, very good news, guys, as well. And global market, because of obviously Jupiter is global, right? Could be somehow there is going to be new alliances globally right now, and a lot of countries going to actually benefit from the new alliances. All right, so that could be, or legal firms. Jupiter is bringing justice, and Venus for the one who needs to be imprisoned. And as I said, we're gonna be very happy about that. Okay, so let's go actually each individual rising sign, okay? And I'm going to talk about Aries over here. And for Aries, Venus is actually in the 12th house, as I said, and we talked about that. That's your karma. It is escapism, but mysticism and illusion. You're going to have a lot of lucid dreams. You're going to be very, very patriotic right now, and you might going to actually buy a home in a foreign country, um, or get an inheritance from faraway country. Maybe you didn't know you have an uncle or aunt far away, and you just get a news like somebody passed on, and right now you are having a huge inheritance. You can also have someone living with you. You can adopt a child, for example, or even adopt, even a dog as well. But this is good. If you had any kind of substance abuse, and you feel guilty because of you constantly self-sabotaging yourself, right now this is the time when you can go to retreat. You can go and without maybe a major withdrawal syndrome, delirium tremens, or whatever, you're going to be actually lucky to go somewhere, do ayahuasca maybe. But definitely it is very beautiful to write a script, to paint something, to have a family, to plant a family, to open an Airbnb, for example. You can get some kind of secret fund, some kind of anonymous donation, or somebody paying off your, or helping you to do the down payment on your car, on your house, for example. But it could be also you opening an offshore account as well. And if you had any stolen money or losses, maybe even in stock, it could come back somehow. And as I said, it could be a miraculous healing. Maybe even you've been in hospice, or your loved ones, but somehow they're coming out because they're going to get healed. All right, Taurus rising, sun and moon. It's going to be your 11th and third house over there. And 11th house, anything to do with your progress, networking, anything to do with social media, non-profits as well. That is your friends and political activism, your humanitarian work. Definitely, like you are capable, you feel like you belong, you feel like you are having new friends. You are totally not detached, you are very idealistic, and you want to create a community. Something to do with art, maybe an art retreat. Maybe you want to do a healing retreat, but you are creating it perhaps. You're not going to need validation anymore from your peers, because you feel like, I know who am I, and I have that kind of dopamine rush with like with the 11th house and with Jupiter and Venus over there. I know who am I, and maybe I'm overstimulated, but I definitely want to reach my goals, and also I want to have the collective. It says like my goals are going to be actually more successful if I have more. And you understand that right now, right? And 11th house is your anchor, and third house anything to do with your neighborhood. You might going to reconnect with a friend or friend, or maybe a sibling, uncle, aunt, niece, nephew, if you didn't talk or you had some kind of beef between you. It could be also like you might going to go somewhere to the mountain because you had an asthma, third house, right? And you are healing right now. Definitely it is like you don't have isolation issue anymore. You don't want to get withdraw from society. If you want to start a crowdfund, or if you want to monetize something online, it is very, very good. You can get actually a bonus out from your career, or like some kind of amazing achievement right now. And you can actually even win the lottery with this 11th house is luck, guys. So that is digital currencies 11th house as well. You can do a startup, right? So or have some kind of major income from dividends as well. All right, so then I'm showing this my little wheel over here. For Gemini, you have it in the 10th house and second house. That is career and anything to do with honor, recognition, authority, and anything to do with reputation, right? The second house is your values, your morals, your income. That is your sidekick gig, what you can be very good at. So you can start to monetize some kind of hobby right now and get recognized by that. Like it could be like um, some kind of political party. If you want to run for politics, somebody is going to finance that. You can become a corporate leader, for example, a public figure, and that is, which is very prestigious, and you're going to monetize that. You're going to have abundance in finances through and because of your ambition, because of your purpose, because of your new career path or the status what you reaching right now. All right. The 10th house itself could be some kind of chronic stress, but I would think like it could be more like overindulging because of, you are on events and you are on red carpet. For example, some of you could be, a digital musical artist, an entertainer, or, singer, whatever. Um, or on red carpet. Some of you might be who is watching, you are an actor, and you can go on red carpet. You could be invited, right? Um, yeah, so definitely back off with sugar a little bit because it could create some kind of saggy skin age-related issue overindulgence. But because it's a beautiful trine over here with amazing fixed stars involved, you're most likely going to get an executive role, for example, and a promotion. So that's more like available. Or if you have to leave your work, you can get a retirement fund, or if you leave your work, they're going to have to pay a lot of money, and you're going to take them to court, and justice is going to rule by you, and you're going to get amazing opportunity with finances over here. Okay, guys, so Cancer rising, Sun and Moon, Cancer, Jupiter is exalting you, your ascendant, Sun and Moon, whatever it is in Cancer for you, and in your first house, which is your everything, your confidence, your head, your eyes, your family, because it's in Cancer, but it is the mask that you wear. And the ninth house is anything to do with your law and order, expansion, faith, university, a degree, belief, court, international law. So you might going to get your passport, you're going to travel far away, you're going to move abroad, you can publish your first book, or you can be a best seller publishing right now. Anything to do with global trade could go very well. As I said, get green card citizenship somewhere. And it will actually clear the path for you. You're not going to be confused and in conflict with your religion, for example. It could be also some kind of cultural diffusion. You go to a different country and you are obsessed with their culture and their food, and like with their fashion or things like that. Also, you can get into an amazing uh, university right now, or maybe your child, because Jupiter is in Cancer, it could be you are a mother and your child is getting into an amazing university as well. So you can have that, like, oh, I have that travel bug inside in me and I just want to go, 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 and see the world. Or I'm seeking the truth right now. I want to be authentic. I want to speak the truth. I want to teach. I want to monetize maybe a YouTube or Rumble channel. Right now it could be really good. Careful with eating too much sugar or fat, because liver over here, tights and hips. It could be overindulgence, or as I said, some kind of, like, I gained weight and I'm going to have some kind of sciatica, or travel related illnesses. It could be also, but it's more like because of you are obsessed with the culture and you eat too much, sweets over there, and that's why it could bring that in. So it's almost like a very, very guilty pleasure over there for you guys. If you want to have some kind of, facelift or things like that, well, Saturn Neptune is conjuncting, so wait a little bit, like at least 2 weeks until Saturn is separating from Neptune. But like, it's good for someone who wants to do male reduction, or implants, or whatever. It could be good for that as well. So some kind of beauty surgery or new cream, for example, could be. All right, Leo rising, sun and moon. Let me see, my beautiful Leos. It's going to be in your 12th house and 8th house, 12 and 8th house. All right, so this is actually very deep. The eighth house itself, it's taboos and power struggle and death and tax system. But you can get an amazing refund from IRS for your tax. You can pay off your mortgage. Maybe they lost your mortgage papers and you don't have to pay for your house. That's what happened with my friends. They lost their papers, and for 10 years, they didn't pay any mortgage, and after they got the house. So maybe it's going to happen with you as well. But something to do with, maybe with crime. Somebody committed crime against you, lost your identity, and right now you are getting it back, and you're going to be very happy about that. You get all your money back. It could be also to something with insurance. If you had a medical malpractice, for example, you can get justice for it, and actually, it could actually bring in a very good prenup or insurance money, for example, right? Uh, if somebody was in hospital, near-death experience, those are coming back like a miraculous healing, for example, as well. It could bring in inheritance as well, or maybe you just become the power of attorney, or your parents still going to stay alive because it's very beautiful, right? But they just want to give you, okay, we're selling one house because we have five, and here is the money for you guys between you two, and we just want to, till we're alive, we want you to see, to enjoy life kind of situation. You're getting back your sexual power, and actually you're gonna be very sexual because 12th house is your bedroom, right? And also, if you had any kind of psychological issue, you can go to hypnosis, you can go to, to the shrink, and it is anything karmic from the past, or any kind of intimacy issue, or reproductive issue could be actually healed right now. So this is really good because, health-wise, the eighth house is, your reproductive organs and genitals, and, also hormonal imbalance. And the 12th house is addiction, but but it is training. So to the shrink is helping you or the hypnosis is helping you to realize the pain body, and you just get rid of, for example, addiction, or you're not going to have any more self-sabotaging behavior or any more fear or psychological issue. So this is healing. You can get into occult or tarot reading, anything to do with astrology, but definitely financial wise, you might going to earn on stock, or like get some kind of found and hidden assets over here. Virgo rising sun and moon, my dears, it's going to happen actually your 11th house and 7th house. So that is relationship houses for you guys, Virgos. 7th house is contract, and it is mirror for you. It is diplomacy and, marriage law, court cases. Also, it is your open enemies. So you might going to actually win a legal battle against your open enemies. And if you have any kind of trade agreement, it is going for your favor. You can have a new business partner. And also, if you had a public lawsuit, it could also go to your favor as well. You might going to get engaged, and you can go far away country, to a destination wedding. It could also bring in new friends, one-on-one friendship as well, a new tribe for you as well. Your significant other can win the lottery, it could be as well. Um, you can get healed from some kind of kidney issues or dizziness, for example, right? Something to do with, because seventh house ruled by Libra, yes, kidney, adrenal gland over there. So yeah, any kind of imbalances is getting healed right now, or hormone-related issues. But it could bring in an amazing prenup and legal partnership, as I said, as well. All right, a settlement. Then we're going to go to Libra rising sun and moon. Let me just turn my wheel here, and it's going to be a 10 and 6th house for you, Libras. And the 6th house, anything to do with work, service for others. It is your health, that is your rental property, your pets, for example. It also rules the public health industry and the healthcare workers, army services, for example, labor union. This is the employment sector, so you might going to hire more people who are very, very loving and nurturing, and you are hired by someone who sees you and who honors your knowledge. So this could be very good for you. Your routines are changing, but you're going to be more productive, more artsy as well, and you will feel like you don't need to be perfect and seek for perfectionism. You just have to be yourself, authentic and compassionate, and you're going to achieve a lot of success as well. It could be like you changing your diet, or you adopt a dog. Your dog could actually, or cat could get a miraculous healing as well, or you just find an animal and fall in love right away. It could be also like you are finding a rental property, and you are like, okay, I want this house and I'm getting this. And so this is very good. Or you find a tenant if you are the landlord, and you just absolutely love the tenant, and it is very good, compassionate relationship. You feel like blessed with this person as well. Otherwise, we will need to look at what you eat over here, and with your intestines and digestion, six house pancreas also, guys, especially with Venus being over here, and not to have some kind of food allergies, most likely for seafood, perhaps, because it's spicy, it's Pisces, and it could bring in some kind of overindulgence with sushi and some kind of allergy, but not necessarily, because of it is beautiful here. So career, going to get, like a promotion, and honor and recognition over there, a center of attention. Becoming a CEO, a public image, public figure, for example. Then we are going to Scorpio rising sun and moon. Scorpio, Pisces is your fifth house, the real estate, and ninth house is Cancer for you. You know, fifth house is creativity, children, and joy, and also risk taking as well. So, you know, it could be like some of you go to gamble to Vegas or whatever and win a lot of money. I never encourage that, but it could be, or you win the lottery ticket, for example. And even if you win a trip to a foreign country, a bucket list, or you have a lover who wants to actually pay a trip for you in a foreign country, it could be also like maybe you're gonna get a new if you are in entertainment industry, you know, like a new agent, for example, or if you are doing anything to do with fashion, you can become, internationally known as well. Definitely, you can fight for children rights if you are an attorney somehow, or just, you are fighting for your own children rights, and that is turning out positive for you. So the law is actually on your side as well. Maybe you divorced and you want to get your children, and you are getting your children. It could bring in a romantic affair, and the romantic affair could be a foreigner, a second marriage for some of you. You definitely feel more charismatic, more passionate, and your inner child feels like playful and creative, and you want to express yourself, and you almost like dopamine, like rush, like you want to have joy. Also, it could bring in fertility for some of you if you couldn't conceive before, because it's actually giving you good mood, and also reproductive health, and even the performance anxiety, it's lowering it because everything is so joyous. But definitely, if you had trading investment, especially foreign investment and global investment, that could be very good. Or you can get, for example, commission from artwork, selling arts, or entertainment income. Or you can get monetized if you are an influencer, something with creativity, definitely. All right, my beautiful Sagittarius, rising sun and moon, it's going to happen actually in our Pisces is your or fourth house, and Cancer is or eighth house. Well, this is very good to, for example, see and buy a home. You have enough. You either want to remodel your home, maybe your kitchen, fourth house, buy new appliances, not appliances, appliances, and renovate your kitchen, putting bigger window in your house, or buy your dream house. This is time to buy your dream house. You can pay off your mortgage. You can get an inheritance. And as I said, your parent doesn't have to, pass away, or it doesn't need to somebody pass away. But maybe, as I said previously, for another sign, it could be just because of they are willing to downsize, and rest of the money to giving it to you. Somebody is paying off your mortgage. You can pay off your debts. For example, you can find uh, the one who hire a justice, a detective, private detective, and find who stole your identity, and you getting it back, and everything. The law is on your side. But definitely to find the perfect home for yourself, having beautiful family time with your family, deep conversations could be very good. For example, it could be some of you are giving birth. Eighth house is giving birth, fourth house is a new family member, right? It could be that, or you just find out you are pregnant, for example. Yeah, and fourth house is anything to do to create peace in your home. You invite people. Maybe eighth house. Maybe you are doing some kind of ceremony in your house. I don't know. I did a fire horse ceremony. On the 19th, on the 17th, but it could be something like that. Something to do Jupiterian energy, maybe praying together, maybe actually going, to eighth house could be also the underprivileged, people who are family members. 12th house is hospice, but eighth house also could be someone who is influenced by some kind of loss, and you go there and help and pray, and you're doing some kind of mitzvah, or just some kind of good deeds, I would say. And yeah, it could be that as well. But definitely home and family matters. Finding you, oh, eighth house is genetic, fourth house is family. Finding your biological parents. Maybe you thought, the parents who raised you are your biological, and right now you find out no, and you find your biological parents. So there is a lot of amazing opportunity over here. You can get healed from your digestive system. Maybe you found something in your breast, and right now you will get a good news. You did ivermectin cleansing, and everything is disappearing, and you heal yourself. You know, in finances, definitely, it could be like you can sell your home for big profit, for example. You can get some kind of generational wealth, some of you, or, even money from, like maybe land, selling land as well, selling a house, and you get profit out from that. Yes, but definitely your private life or your mother figure could get healed, for example, as well. You can get some kind of nesting instinct, especially if you are pregnant. Then we have Capricorn rising sun and moon. It's the third house and the seventh house for you guys. Third house is your mind, the way you comprehend information, your neighbors, your sibling, younger one, niece, nephew, aunt, uncle, for example, local transportation. That's your car. You might going to get a car as a present, as a gift. It could be also, like you creating your website. You start to networking. You have money actually to invest in education or early education for your children. You can do something with media because seventh house also subscribers from media. So you might go into actually get onto social media and monetize your social media. It is healing relationship with sibling, uncle, aunt, or neighbors, for example. Your communication style is going to be beautifully polished. It is like, even your learning pattern going to be quicker, and you're going to speak with curiosity. You're going to see and talk with wisdom. Jupiter is wisdom. For example, you can heal ADHD or stuttering in your child. Also, if you had any kind of carpal tunnel, third house, right? It also right now it's going and not going to bother you anymore as well. And if you want to monetize your freelance writing and something to do with PR and marketing job, or maybe you are a content creator, and it could help you, or you blogging, or you do short-term trades. Actually, third house could be short-term trades as well. Or it could be marketplace, local business. You might want to just sell a lot of, minimize and sell a lot of stuff from home on marketplace. All right, Aquarius rising sun and moon, it is your second and your sixth house over here. Okay, so second house is anything to do with your morals, with values, your possession, your survivor skills, your worth. Actually, it is also currencies and wealth, maybe agriculture if you are farming, or mining wealth as well. So it could bring in some kind of wealth through that, or trading goods, or selling, like what you accumulate during the years. It could be also commodities and also some kind of supply chain if you invested there, and it could come back tenfold. You changing the way you eat, definitely. You're going to crave for sweets, I think. But eat more fruits because you don't want to ruin your digestion. And it is something to do with your vocal cord, with your neck, your throat, your tonsils. You can get actually maybe healed. Your noodle is disappearing, or your voice going to be beautiful. People wants to listen to you, and because it's a trine, it's not going to bring in eating disorders or spiking blood sugar level or jaw tension, which would actually with a square. But over here, it's more like I want to reach people. I'm gonna go to six houses. Maybe you go to sing in for military or for a union in a union event. You're going to go and sing for the people over there, or it could be like um, you are right. Well, you can get hired actually, and it's your dream job, and it's going to be something to do with art, or maybe you are selling one of your rental property for profit, or you are capable to buy multiple rental properties right now for later on for your, because Spices is also retirement, so maybe for retirement income as well. You can actually start to breed animals, maybe some of you going to do that, but definitely it's tangible, something tangible. And maybe you are investing in some kind of tangible assets, maybe copper coins, maybe what is that, uh, gold or silver, because obviously Jupiter in Cancer, it's something to do with the silver, and it could be very good for you to preserve your money, for example. Definitely your earned income, your salary is going to spike as well. It's going to bring in financial stability. And it is also like if you didn't have savings right now, you're capable to have savings as well. You can go also to take some kind of investment courses, and you're going to learn a lot about that. And you will check your buying habits. However, this one is actually spending a lot more money, maybe for artwork, and like you want to, or maybe also for healthy food. You're just changing, or maybe a membership in the gym or yoga studio, or you are actually opening a yoga studio or a gym, and that's why you invest money in it. So it could be that as well. Where have I been? All right, and the last one, but not least, my beautiful Pisces, fellow Pisceans. It's in our first and fifth house. This is also very, very lucky. The first house, as I mentioned before, that's your identity, that's your beginnings, that's, your character, that's your avatar, actually. The way you act, the way you strike, that's your language, that's your mask. And and also the persona, the self-image about yourself is going to change. You might going to get a beautiful haircut, or take care of your nails, or get maybe you can get pregnant actually, and also it could be something, a good news about your child, perhaps something very good news the next 6 weeks, or until June 9th, with your child education. It could be something with your first house is also your face and your eyes, right? So it could be like maybe you healing your eyes, or if you had any kind of burns, rashes, something to do with acne, or things like that, it's going to disappear. You get and invest in new creams, and somehow it's going to help you to get rid of those. But also, you can do a startup right now and start to make, monetize that. It is, you can go to very joyous personal ventures right now, anything to do with like, all right, I want to, you can win the lottery, by the way. And it could be also some kind of income could also come from your freelancing or entertaining industry as well. It's something to do with a freelance gig, for example. Careful, obviously, with impulsive spending, just like Aquarius has to do as well. But you two guys, you might going to start to stream something, to start to sing or write lyrics, and you can monetize that as well. But definitely lottery winning could be possible over here. Uh, Yes, so definitely you're going to be very charming, very charismatic, really, like really spiritual as well. And your aura is going to change, and people want to listen to you. Your voice, your character, everything is going to become really, really beautiful. And as I said, the fifth house we were talking about before, and that is like taking risk and being joyous, being childlike as well. So if you had any kind of hormonal imbalance also or reproductive issues right now, it's healing. You're gonna be very passionate. For example, you can get a new affair, romantic affair, and start to date if you are single. And there is definitely, and if you're not single, you're just gonna have more romance with your significant other. But you can create art and sell art right now. Something to do with sponsorship. Maybe your child going to get in a sport league, or you going to get in a sport league as well. Definitely something to do with speculative business or creativity, which could get monetized, and you're really going to feel like you are on cloud nine and you just want to dance. For example, some of you just going to start to do ballroom or Zumba classes and just start to dance Pisces, especially if you have a Pisces sun. Obviously, that's your birthday. And, you can go to dance. That's what I like to do on my birthday. I just want to dance all night. And that's what I do usually. So if you have also your sun is in Pisces, go to dance. That would be really, really good for you. All right, guys, I think that's what I wanted to say over here. So I wanted to bring in some kind of good news right now and just a regular reading. On the other hand, if you watched me all the way, can you please let me know if you still want to listen, geopolitical or financial analysis, and please, if I show the chart, because for finances and for politicians, usually I show the chart, then you can also comment, oh, okay, Christy, listen, that's what I saw over here. Don't you think? So have a real conversation, because, sometimes I don't see everything, or I might seen it, but, I forget to mention because I keep talking and it's a lot of thing in my head all the time. So then just let's start a conversation over here, my dears, and let me know. Okay, so I going to post this, and then I gonna post the other thing from Europe by the weekend, guys. I want to really do Europe because the elections are coming up, and I want to see what's gonna go on Europe. I did a lot of numerology chart as well, actually. Like it was like 2 weeks I was working on all politicians, numerology and countries and as well. So I'm going to bring that in also. I just have to find my notes because I'm constantly writing and I lose my notes many times. But so let's start a good conversation. And please, can you hype my videos or try to help with the algorithm somehow or share it with your community as well. And I also wanted to tell you, if you are coming for my rescue with the bots and the trolls, I see you. And I always going to give gifts to people who hyping my videos, who comment all the time, and who is my base and being there for me, every kind of social media account. I just wanted to tell you, I see you, I see your name, I see who you are. And I have a lot of stuff that I can give, even workshops. I will offer some of my workshops or books for to gift it out if you are helping me to spread my channel and come to my rescue. Thank you so much. All right, guys, take care. Bye for now.